Hey there folks, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode we are reviewing the Condor Summit Soft Shell Jacket. Now you guys saw this a number of months back where I did a preview video, and since that point in time I have been testing the living heck out of this jacket. I have literally worn it for hundreds of miles worth of hiking in all sorts of conditions. Rain, snow, heavy winds, and I have to say right off that this is a very good jacket. There's a lot to like here. But I like this jacket, I don't love this jacket, and we'll get to those reasons in just a moment. Before we get to the review, let's go over the specs of this jacket. Let's take a quick look at it. We might as well go ahead and start with all the pockets. And let me tell you, there are a lot of pockets to this jacket. You have 3 pockets on the arms. You have one on each shoulder, and on the left arm, you have one down by the wrist, which offers a pretty good amount of space for maybe your cell phone, maybe your keys, a flashlight, something like that. The pockets here on the shoulders are quite a bit bigger, and you can fit maybe your cell phone in there, your MP3 player, whatever you want to, and you actually have the ability to run the headphones through these up underneath the jacket, which is pretty cool. On each shoulder, you do have very large Velcro placements for patches, just like I have here. Here on the chest, you have 2 large pockets. On the inside of these pockets, you have little sleeves. You also have the ability to clip on your keys on the inside if you want to, which has a little bit of elastic to it. I would show you that, but you wouldn't be able to see it very well, so you'll just have to take my word on it. Also, inside of these pockets, you have drawstrings, and those connect to the collar of the jacket, so you can make those adjustments on the inside there. The cuffs are Velcro, very easy to adjust. They do a good job of contouring to your wrists. On the back of the jacket, you have a pass-through pocket, as you can see right here. On the inside of this jacket, you have 2 zippered pockets on both sides. Down at the bottom of the jacket, on both sides, you have a drawstring so you can tighten this around your waist. I should say that on the inside of both chest pockets and both arm pockets, you do have the ability to run your headphones for your phone or your MP3 player. When it comes to pockets, that's pretty much it. Definitely a good deal. So altogether you have 8 pockets. So you definitely have plenty of options when it comes to stowing your gear in your jacket. It should be noted that this jacket does come with a hood. It is also stowable, which means that you can fold this up and it basically stuffs inside of the collar. Now honestly, I do not like that. It's not my favorite feature, but we'll get to that in just one second. Also, under the arms, you do have pit zips. Fantastic feature. You can find these jackets for around $90 online. I believe Amazon has them for 87 bucks at the time of this shooting. And that's a very good price for the type of soft shell jacket that you're getting here. Companies like 511 have a version of this which costs $250. So, I mean, that is quite a bit of a difference right there. These jackets do come in 3 colors. This is the coyote brown color. It kind of looks green, but it's really more of a coyote brown. There is a black version of this jacket, and there is also a very dark green version of this jacket. This jacket is 3 layers. You have a 4-way stretch polyester outer. You have a waterproof, windproof membrane in the middle. And then on the inside, you have a very thin layer of fleece, which does a pretty good job of keeping you nice and warm. I tell you what, I'm glad that it's a very thin layer of fleece because personally, I rather layer my clothing and have the jacket more as a shell than have a jacket as an insulating layer. As mentioned, I have literally hundreds of hours worth of wearing time with this jacket, hundreds of miles worth of hiking, and I'm ready to give you guys the review. So let's go ahead and get right to it. There are pros and there are definitely some cons with this coat. The pros, the price is right, especially for a jacket that functions as well as this one. It does a fantastic job of keeping you nice and dry. It does a great job of breaking the wind. It's also pretty lightweight at roughly 3 pounds, so not bad at all there. The quality, all in all, is very, very good, but not great, and we'll touch upon that in just one second. Plenty of pockets, plenty of ways to stow your gear. Very comfortable to wear. I like it. Now, when it comes to the negatives, there are a few. First, there is an issue with quality when it comes to the zipper here in front. Now, I should say that I have not had the zipper fail at any point in time. but there's something about it that does not feel like it's going to last very long. Granted, I've had no issues so far. It may last forever. But let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down so you guys can see this. So here you have it. Here's the zipper. And this is my one really big issue with this jacket. Now, so far, I have to say that it hasn't failed me yet, but it does seem a little bit iffy. So when you take that and you put it into the actual zipper and you pull it down, it pushes the zipper on the other side of the jacket down. It throws them off balance, really. Now, of course, it zips up just fine, but you might be able to see that right there. I'll go ahead and zip this up for you one more time now. And it wants to catch there, as you can see. So we're going to zip this up one more time so maybe you guys can see that. It just doesn't want to fit right. And see, even there, got it to zip up, but it's still uneven. And see, that time, it's perfectly even, just fine. See, that time, again, it's pushing it out on that side. Perfect this time. So as you can see there, I don't know, there's just something about that doesn't seem right. It does not seem like the best quality of zipper. Sometimes it just does not want to go evenly. It's a little bit hard to pull. It's a little bit hard to undo. Like I said, no issues with it coming apart or anything like that. It's possible that it will never break. And then it's possible that there will be an issue later on. We shall see. If an issue does present itself, I will definitely shoot an update video and let you guys know. Now, while I really like these chest pockets, I do wish that they had some lower hand pockets, possibly fleece lined to warm your hands up. It is not comfortable having your hands up here inside of these pockets. It would have been so much nicer if they had 2 additional pockets so you could stick your hands in, warm them up. That is a small nitpick, but it's definitely an obvious one. That is a feature that is surely missed. My next negative comes to the actual collar and the hood with this coat. When you zip this up, let me go ahead and do that. Personally, I like for collars really to lay nice and flat, just like you see here, and I like that. But sometimes I don't want to have a hood with my jacket. So with this jacket, it does have the option to stow away that hood, but it does not work very, very well. Yes, you can cram it in there, but then that collar becomes extremely thick. Here you're looking at the top of the hood. Here's the back of the jacket. On the inside of the hood is a piece of Velcro. On the inside of the collar is another piece of Velcro, which attaches. And basically, you roll that up and you put it inside of that collar. And then you can zip it up just like that, and it's now stowed away. Look at that collar. It's very thick, it rubs against the back of your head. I mean, if it's pouring the snow maybe, super duper windy, having that up might be a good thing. But for most of my trips, that's kind of an irritation, to be honest. And you cannot really fold that thing down and have it be comfortable. I just don't like it. As far as the review goes, guys, that's pretty much it. We've gone over the pros, the cons, the stats, and there's not much left to say. Now, if Condor is listening, or any of their competitors who make very similar jackets, you guys may want to take a look at that zipper. See what the heck's going on there. Maybe I just got a faulty zipper. That's always possible. But like I said, it's had no failures so far, and I will update you guys in the future if I do. Consider with future updates, some lower hand pockets definitely are missed. And when it comes to the hood, keep it. It does a good job when you need it, but make it so that it is removable. Maybe you can zipper it off, put it up, zip it back on when you need it. That's my 2 cents right there. So guys, if anybody has any questions for me, please feel free, drop me a line, let me know. I'm happy to help. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will definitely see you all around. Everybody, be well.